Liam stood at the edge of the old city, staring at the broken towers that had once reached high into the sky. Dust swirled around his boots as the wind whispered through the ruins. He had explored many abandoned places before, but this city felt different. There was a quiet energy in the air, as if the stones themselves were holding a secret. Liam loved secrets. He loved the idea that someone, somewhere, had left behind a puzzle waiting to be solved. In his hand, he held an old map, frayed and yellowed with age. He had found it in a hidden compartment under the floorboards of an abandoned house. The map had symbols he had never seen before, and a single phrase written in gold ink: "The Chamber of Endless Gold." The words seemed to glow under the sunlight. Liam had read the legends about the chamber. Some said it was filled with gold beyond imagination. Others claimed it was a trap, guarding treasures that no one could take. But Liam believed the chamber was real, and he felt a spark of excitement he could not ignore. He turned to his friends, Mara and Finn, who were busy checking their equipment. Mara was small but fierce, with sharp eyes that seemed to notice every detail. She had a talent for machines and puzzles, and Liam knew he could trust her to solve anything the journey might throw at them. Finn was calm and steady, a pilot who had traveled through storms and deserts alike. His hands were skilled at steering spacecraft, but he also had a sharp mind for navigating the unknown. Together, the three of them formed a strong team. "This place gives me the creeps," Finn said, brushing dust from his jacket. He looked at the crumbling buildings and the empty streets. "Are we sure this map is real?" Liam smiled. "That's the fun part, isn't it? If it weren't real, we wouldn't be here. If it is, we could find something no one has ever seen." Mara adjusted her backpack and looked at the map. "I've been studying these symbols," she said. "They're old, very old. I think they mark a path, like a trail through the ruins, to somewhere hidden. If we follow it, we might find the chamber." She paused and traced a line on the map with her finger. "But it won't be easy. This city is full of collapsed buildings, hidden traps, and creatures we don't understand." Liam nodded. "Then we need to be careful. But we also need to keep moving. The sooner we start, the sooner we can see if the chamber is real." The three of them began walking, moving through the empty streets with care. The sun was high in the sky, and the shadows of the broken towers stretched across the cracked roads. Birds with bright, glowing feathers flitted among the ruins, and strange plants grew from the walls, their roots winding through stone. Liam felt a thrill as he walked, imagining the adventure ahead. As they moved deeper into the city, they came across an enormous gate, half buried under rubble. Its surface was engraved with symbols similar to those on the map, and golden lines ran through the designs, catching the sunlight. Liam knelt to touch one of the symbols. The metal was warm under his hand, as if it had been waiting for someone to find it. "This must be part of the path," Mara whispered. "It looks like a door, but it's sealed. Maybe the map will tell us how to open it." Finn studied the gate and then pulled out a small device from his bag. It beeped softly as he scanned the surface. "It's some kind of old energy field," he said. "I don't know how it works, but it reacts to movement and touch. We'll have to figure it out carefully." Hours passed as the three of them examined the gate and tried different ways to open it. Liam studied the map and the symbols, looking for patterns. Mara experimented with small tools, pressing lines and turning knobs hidden in the design. Finn suggested ways to test the energy field without triggering it dangerously. Slowly, the golden lines on the gate began to glow brighter, and a humming sound filled the air. Finally, with a soft click, the gate shifted. A narrow opening appeared, revealing a dark passage that led underground. A faint golden light shimmered from within, making the walls appear as if they were made of tiny, glowing stones. Liam felt his heart pound. This was it. This was the beginning of something incredible. Are we ready? Liam asked. His voice echoed softly in the tunnel. Mara nodded. We've come this far. We can't turn back now. Finn took a deep breath. Let's go find the chamber. The three of them stepped into the passage, leaving the ruins behind. The golden light grew brighter as they moved forward, guiding their way through the darkness. Each step brought new excitement, and Liam felt a sense of destiny. Somewhere ahead, the chamber of endless gold waited, and he knew their adventure had only just begun. Whatever challenges lay ahead, he believed in the strength, cleverness, and courage of his team. Together, they were ready for anything. The passage led Liam, Mara, and Finn into a vast underground cavern. The walls glimmered faintly, covered with golden veins that seemed to pulse with a quiet energy. Stalactites hung from the ceiling, dripping cool water into shallow pools on the ground. The air smelled of earth and stone, and a soft hum echoed through the cavern. Liam felt a shiver of excitement run down his spine. This was unlike anything he had ever seen. This place is incredible, Mara whispered, her eyes scanning the walls. I have never worked with anything like this. These minerals, these patterns, they could be thousands of years old. She touched one of the golden veins carefully, feeling warmth beneath her fingers. It's like the cave is alive in some way. Finn walked ahead, scanning the cavern with a small light device. We have to stay alert, he said. There could be creatures or traps inside. This chamber is old, and it was built to protect something. He paused and looked back at his friends. But I agree, it's amazing. They moved slowly, stepping carefully over uneven ground. Small glowing insects hovered in the air, creating a golden shimmer around their path. The team followed the map closely, noting every symbol that matched the carvings on the cavern walls. Each turn and tunnel brought new surprises. Walls that seemed to move slightly, floors that changed under their feet, and echoes that sounded almost like whispers. Hours passed as they walked through winding tunnels. At one point, they reached a deep chasm that split the cave in two. A narrow stone bridge stretched across, worn with age. Liam approached it first, testing each step. The stones held, though some shifted slightly beneath his weight. Mara followed, moving carefully, and Finn brought up the rear, scanning for danger. Once across the chasm, they discovered a smaller tunnel that led them to a series of puzzles carved into the stone. Circles with symbols, lines connecting shapes, and levers that moved invisible mechanisms challenged their minds. Mara knelt to examine the carvings, running her fingers over the grooves. These puzzles are part of the chamber's defenses, she said. They are testing our intelligence and teamwork. If we fail, we could be trapped here. Liam looked at the first puzzle and smiled. Then let's solve it together. He pointed to the symbols that matched those on the map. If we follow the map carefully, we should be able to unlock it. Mara adjusted levers, and Finn suggested patterns based on the map's clues. Slowly, the mechanism shifted, gears turning with soft clicks. A hidden door opened, revealing a tunnel that led deeper into the cave. They all breathed a sigh of relief. As they continued, the cavern grew darker and colder. Strange sounds echoed from the shadows like soft footsteps and whispers. Liam felt his heart beat faster, but he refused to let fear control him. Mara's calm voice helped steady him. We have come this far. We can handle what comes next, she said. Finn nodded, scanning the area with a steady hand. Their teamwork was proving stronger than the challenges the cave threw at them. After another long stretch, they entered a glowing forest inside the cavern. Bioluminescent plants lit up the area, casting soft colors on the rocky floor. Strange flowers with golden petals swayed without wind, and small animals with translucent skin moved quietly among the roots. Liam marveled at the beauty. "I never imagined anything like this existed," he said. "It's like stepping into another world." Mara studied the plants carefully. "Some of these species might have energy we can use," she said. "We have to be careful not to disturb them too much, but we could learn a lot." Finn walked ahead, making notes on his device. "The creatures here seem cautious, not aggressive. That's a good sign. We just have to respect their space." While they explored the glowing forest, Liam noticed markings on the ground. They looked like footprints, but much larger than any human or animal. He pointed them out to Morrow and Finn. "Look at these. Someone else has been here. Maybe others have tried to find the chamber too." Finn frowned. "That could mean danger. But it could also mean they left clues. We have to watch for both." Mara agreed, carefully examining the tracks and matching them with the symbols on the map. "These tracks might lead us to the next part of the path. If we follow them carefully, we can avoid traps." As evening approached, the team set up a small camp in a safe area of the cavern. They shared food and water, and Liam looked at his friends, feeling grateful for their courage and loyalty. "Tomorrow, we keep going," he said. "The chamber is close, and I can feel it. We have faced challenges today, but together, we can handle whatever comes next." Mara smiled, checking her tools. "We are ready. Whatever the chamber has for us, we will face it together." Finn nodded in agreement, his eyes reflecting the soft glow of the forest. "Human skill, intelligence, and courage will guide us. Nothing can stop us if we stay smart and work as a team." As they drifted to sleep, the golden light of the cavern shimmered around them. The map lay between them, marking the path to the chamber of endless gold. Liam dreamed of the wonders ahead, feeling a mix of excitement and determination. The journey had only just begun, but already he knew this adventure would test their minds, their hearts, and their friendship in ways they had never imagined. The morning light filtered through the glowing forest, casting golden shadows on the stone path. Liam, Mara, and Finn packed their small camp quickly, eager to continue their journey. Every step deeper into the cavern brought a mix of excitement and caution. The map guided them carefully, and the strange footprints they had discovered yesterday seemed to vanish, leaving the path clear once again. After hours of walking, they reached a massive gate carved directly into the stone of the cavern wall. The gate was taller than any building Liam had ever seen, and its surface shimmered with golden lines that twisted in intricate patterns. Symbols they had seen on the map repeated across the gate, glowing faintly. The air around it was warmer, as if the gate itself was alive, waiting for someone to approach. "This must be it," Liam whispered. "The gate that leads to the chamber." He stepped closer, feeling a soft vibration beneath his feet. "It's incredible, and it feels like it's testing us." Mara knelt to examine the carvings. "These symbols aren't just decorations. They are instructions, or maybe a puzzle. Look at how they repeat in patterns. I think the gate only opens if we show the right qualities like courage, honesty, and teamwork." She traced her fingers over the glowing lines, feeling a faint warmth under her touch. Finn studied the base of the gate with his scanning device. "I detect energy flowing through the carvings," he said. "It reacts to our presence. It's almost as if it can tell who we are. We need to be careful. One wrong move, and it might lock itself permanently or create a trap." He looked at Liam and Mara. "But I believe in our skill. We can do this." Liam nodded. "Then let's try together. We have faced challenges already. We can face this one too." He glanced at his friends, feeling a surge of determination. "We are a team that has to count for something." The first test appeared quickly. A golden circle opened in the middle of the gate, revealing 3 glowing platforms. Each platform displayed a symbol, one for courage, one for honesty, and one for teamwork. A faint voice, soft and warm, seemed to echo from the gate itself. "Step forward and show what you carry inside. Only together will the path open." Liam stepped onto the courage platform, feeling a rush of warmth. He imagined all the obstacles they had already overcome, the collapsing ruins, the strange creatures, and the deep chasms. He focused on the bravery that had guided him so far. Mara and Finn joined him, standing on the honesty and teamwork platforms. The gate hummed softly, and the symbols glowed brighter dots suddenly. The platform shifted, and holographic images appeared before them. Liam saw visions of temptation, gold scattered across a room, treasures beyond imagination, and warnings that greed could destroy them. He felt a pull in his chest, but he forced himself to focus on the path ahead. Mara faced visions of lies and deceit, false promises of shortcuts and easy rewards. She shook her head, refusing to follow illusions. Finn's test showed the vision images of their team falling apart if they did not trust each other. He held his hand out to Liam and Mara, a silent promise that they were united. The gate reacted to their choices. The glowing lines twisted and shifted, golden light swirling around them. Liam felt the warmth of the gate grow stronger, as if approving their courage, honesty, and teamwork. Slowly, the massive door began to slide open, revealing a narrow tunnel beyond. The passage led downward, lined with shimmering golden walls and soft light that guided their steps. "Look at this," Mara whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. "The path itself is alive. It recognizes who we are and responds to our actions. This is more than treasure. It's a test of character." Finn nodded. The legends were true. The chamber isn't just a place. It's a challenge. It rewards those who are brave, honest, and united. That is what makes humans strong, our spirit, our minds, and our hearts. He stepped carefully into the tunnel, scanning the walls for hidden dangers. The team moved forward, excitement and caution blending together. The tunnel curved and twisted, leading them deeper into the cavern. Strange sounds echoed softly, almost like whispers of encouragement. Liam felt a sense of destiny pressing on him. The chamber was close, and he knew that the next steps would demand more than skill. They would demand trust, wisdom, and courage. As they progressed, they found small obstacles that tested their teamwork further. Rocks blocked the path, requiring them to work together to move them. Some puzzles demanded quick thinking, with levers and symbols that needed perfect timing. Each success made the gate's challenge feel more real and meaningful. Liam noticed that with each obstacle overcome, the golden light ahead grew brighter, filling him with hope. Finally, after a long stretch of the tunnel, they reached a landing where the passage widened. The golden glow reflected on the walls, revealing carvings of humans and creatures working together, exploring and learning. Liam felt a thrill run through him. The chamber was more than gold. It was a place that honored human courage and intelligence, a treasure of wisdom as much as wealth. "Tomorrow, we enter the heart of the chamber," Liam said, looking at Mara and Finn. "I can feel it. Whatever lies ahead, we are ready." Mara smiled, checking her tools and equipment. Finn nodded, his calm gaze steady. They were prepared for the next stage, knowing that the greatest challenge was not only to reach the chamber, but to prove themselves worthy of what it held. The hidden gate had opened, and with it, a new adventure began. The path was clear, golden, light guiding them forward, but the true test of courage, wisdom, and teamwork was only beginning. The tunnel ended in a vast hall, filled with golden light that seemed to come from every wall. Liam, Mara, and Finn stepped carefully onto the polished floor. The walls were covered with gold plates, carved with intricate designs of humans, animals, and strange symbols that seemed to move when looked at closely. The air felt heavy with power, and every step echoed loudly. making them feel both small and important at the same time. "This is it," Liam whispered, his eyes wide. "The chamber of endless gold. I never imagined it could be this magnificent." Mara walked slowly, examining the carvings. "The craftsmanship is unbelievable. And look at these patterns. They seem to react to us, like they are alive. I think the chamber is testing us, just like the gate did." Finn moved toward the center of the hall, scanning the floor with his device. "I agree. The legends were true, but we have to be careful. This place is beautiful, but it could be dangerous if we are careless." As they moved forward, a golden light in the center of the hall began to rise. From it emerged a series of glowing platforms, each showing a different scene. The first scene depicted a human standing before piles of gold, looking tempted. The second showed someone lying, taking shortcuts and facing ruin. The third showed a group working together to overcome challenges, sharing knowledge and trust. Liam realized immediately that these were trials tests of their hearts and minds. "This chamber is not just about treasure," he said. "It's about what we do with it. We need to show courage, honesty, and teamwork, or it will not reward us." The first trial appeared before them. The platforms displayed an illusion: piles of gold and sparkling jewels. Liam felt a tug in his heart. He knew it was tempting him to take more than he should. Mara noticed the same illusion, and Finn held his breath, seeing visions of fame and power beyond imagination. Liam stepped forward and said firmly, "We cannot be greedy. The gold is not ours to take for selfish reasons. We need to focus on the path, not on the treasure." Mara nodded, touching the golden platform gently. "We act with honesty and care. That is our strength." Finn placed his hand on the third platform, "And we stay united. We are a team. That is what matters most." The chamber responded to their actions. The glowing light shifted, and a soft, harmonious sound filled the hall. The gold walls shimmered brighter, and a passageway opened ahead, showing the next part of the trial. As they moved forward, the second trial appeared. This time, the chamber created illusions of conflict. They saw versions of themselves arguing, blaming each other for mistakes, and falling apart. Liam felt a strange fear. What if they failed and lost trust in each other? Mara quickly reminded them, "These are only illusions. We know each other. We trust each other. Nothing can break that unless we let it." Finn guided them, pointing out ways to solve small puzzles together. They lifted heavy golden blocks as a team, aligning symbols in the walls to open the next passage. Each challenge required both brains and cooperation. The third trial tested their courage. Golden walls shifted to create a maze filled with hidden dangers. Sharp rocks, false floors, and glowing traps threatened their progress. Liam led carefully, marking paths with chalk and giving directions. Mara used her clever devices to detect weak floors and guide them safely. Finn calculated the timing of traps, moving them quickly but carefully. Every step relied on trust and skill, and together, they overcame the maze. At the end of the trials, the chamber rewarded them. A golden light formed a doorway at the far side of the hall, pulsing with warmth. Liam, Mara, and Finn looked at each other, smiling with relief and pride. They had passed the trials not by taking gold or seeking power, but by showing courage, honesty, and teamwork. The chamber seemed to acknowledge their hearts. Liam took a deep breath. "The chamber has tested us. It has shown that true strength comes from our choices, our courage, and how we work together. Gold is not the prize. It's what we have proven to ourselves." Mara smiled, examining the golden walls one last time. "Every trial has taught us something. We are stronger, wiser, and more united than when we started. That is the real treasure." Finn nodded, looking ahead at the golden doorway. "The chamber has more to show us. Let's continue. We have learned the lessons it wanted to teach. With careful steps, they moved through the doorway, leaving the Hall of Golden Trials behind. The chamber's light seemed to guide them forward, showing the way deeper into its heart. Liam felt a surge of hope and determination. The true treasure of the Chamber of Endless Gold was not the gold itself, but the knowledge, courage, and unity that they carried. Together, they ventured onward, ready for the challenges and wonders that awaited them in the heart of the chamber. The golden doorway led Liam, Mara, and Finn into a vast hall unlike any they had seen before. The walls glowed with shifting patterns of gold, reflecting light in all directions. The air vibrated with a low hum, as if the chamber itself was alive. The floor was smooth and polished, and shadows danced across the walls. In the center of the hall, 3 towering figures emerged. They were guardians, made of light and gold, with faces that showed no expression, but eyes that seemed to see everything. Liam felt his heart beat faster. "Guardians," he whispered. "I think they are here to test us again." Mara studied them carefully. They are not ordinary creatures. They are part of the chamber itself. We cannot fight them with force. We need to use our minds, our courage, and our teamwork to pass this test. Finn nodded. "Agreed. The chamber has tested us before, and we succeeded because we worked together. We need to do the same now." The guardians moved forward, their steps silent but powerful. The first one pointed a glowing hand at Liam, projecting images of fear and failure. Liam saw himself falling into a pit of gold, unable to escape, while Mara and Finn disappeared. He felt panic rise, but he forced himself to breathe deeply. "This is just an illusion," he said quietly. "We are a team. We trust each other." He stepped forward calmly, showing courage instead of fear. The guardian's hand moved to Mara, sending visions of traps and puzzles too difficult to solve. Mara felt a flicker of doubt, but quickly reminded herself of the challenges they had already overcome. "We have the skill and the mind to solve anything," she said firmly. She moved carefully but confidently, solving small riddles that appeared in her path. The third guardian turned to Finn, showing visions of failure and division. It whispered doubts in his mind, tempting him to act alone. Finn held his ground. "We work together," he said, stepping forward and extending his hand to Liam and Mara. "We succeed together. That is how we win." As each of them faced the guardians, the golden figures tested more than just courage or skill. They projected illusions of temptation, visions of gold, fame, and power, but also of fear, isolation, and doubt. Liam, Mara, and Finn realized that the guardians were not enemies. They were teachers. They challenged the humans to prove their qualities. Just like the trials before, Liam focused on the lessons he had learned. Courage meant facing fear. Honesty meant seeing the truth in every choice. And teamwork meant trusting his friends completely. Mara applied her intelligence and quick thinking, solving puzzles and adapting to each test. Finn coordinated their movements, anticipating dangers and keeping the team together. Slowly, the guardians reacted to their actions. Their glowing forms shifted, becoming less threatening and more welcoming. The illusions faded, replaced by golden light that filled the hall. The guardians raised their arms and, in unison, produced a pathway of light leading deeper into the chamber. Liam, Mara, and Finn understood. They had passed the test, not by fighting, but by showing the best qualities of humanity. Liam stepped forward, feeling the warmth of the golden light. "The guardians recognized us," he said softly. "They know we have courage, honesty, and teamwork. That is what makes humans strong," Mara followed, smiling. "Every challenge in this chamber is designed to test more than strength. It tests our minds, our hearts, and our ability to work together. That is the real treasure." Finn brought up the rear, scanning the hall one last time. The Guardians will not stop us now. They have approved our passage. We can continue to the heart of the chamber, where the true reward awaits. As they walked down the glowing pathway, the hall behind them seemed to shimmer and fade. The Guardians remained, silent and golden, watching as the humans moved forward. Liam felt a mix of relief and pride. "We have passed the greatest test so far," he said. "The chamber is not just gold. It is a reflection of who we are." Mara nodded, checking her tools and devices. "The trials have prepared us for what lies ahead. The Guardians are proof that the chamber values qualities that gold alone cannot give." Finn smiled quietly. Human intelligence, courage, and cooperation are more powerful than anything else in this universe. That is why we have succeeded where others have failed. The golden pathway led them to a massive door at the end of the hall. It pulsed with light, warm and inviting. Liam, Mara, and Finn looked at each other, their faces reflecting excitement and determination. They knew that the next step would take them to the heart of the chamber of endless gold, the place where the greatest lessons and the most incredible treasure awaited. Together, they stepped forward, leaving the Guardians behind. The hall echoed softly with a hum of approval, and golden light bathed at their faces. Liam felt a surge of hope and anticipation. The trials had tested their courage, intelligence, and teamwork. Now, they were ready for the final part of the chamber, where the true meaning of the endless gold would reveal itself. The golden doorway opened into a vast hall that took Liam, Mara, and Finn's breath away. Light poured from every surface, reflecting off walls, floors, and ceilings made of gold. The air vibrated softly, filled with a warm hum that seemed alive. In the center of the hall stood a glowing core, a pulsating sphere of golden light. It radiated energy that was both powerful and welcoming. "This must be it," Liam whispered. "The heart of the chamber of endless gold." He stepped closer, feeling warmth fill his chest. Everything we have faced led to this moment. Mara moved carefully, examining the sphere. "It's incredible. I've never seen energy like this. It's not just gold, it's alive in some way. It feels intelligent, as if it knows we are here." She reached out a hand, but hesitated before touching the glowing surface. "We have to be careful. This is more than treasure. It's something the chamber is protecting." Finn stepped beside them, scanning the core with his device. "It's reacting to us. I think it measures more than our actions. It measures our hearts, our choices, and our intentions. That is why it glows for us. It recognizes who we are and what we have proven so far." The core pulsed brighter as they approached. Then, without warning, it projected visions into their minds. Liam saw human civilizations thriving, working together to explore new worlds, creating art, science, and technology that helped everyone. Mara saw herself and her friends sharing knowledge and wisdom with people everywhere. Finn saw humans using courage and intelligence to solve problems, building communities that were strong and united. The visions were beautiful, but they carried a lesson. The core seemed to communicate that the endless gold was not just material wealth. It was a gift to humanity that would reward courage, wisdom, and cooperation. It could empower civilizations, but only if used wisely. Liam felt a deep understanding form in his mind. "The real treasure is knowledge, courage, and teamwork," he said softly. "The gold is not for selfish gain. It is a tool to help humans grow and achieve great things." Mara nodded, her eyes shining. "We have passed all the trials, faced illusions of greed, fear, and division. We have shown courage, honesty, and teamwork. The core recognizes that. That is why it is showing. You asked this." Finn stepped closer, extending his hands toward the golden sphere. "If we take the lessons from the chamber and share them, we can bring progress and hope to the world. that is more valuable than any pile of gold or treasure. The chamber responded to their understanding. The golden core expanded slightly, sending waves of warm light through the hall. Symbols appeared on the walls, showing ways humans could use the chamber's wisdom to improve their lives, creating energy for cities, building machines that heal, and spreading knowledge to help everyone thrive. The light was not material wealth alone. It was the power of human spirit, amplified and shared. Liam stepped closer, feeling a sense of connection to everything the chamber represented. "This is proof that humans are capable of greatness," he said. "Our courage, intelligence, and teamwork can overcome any challenge. That is the true meaning of endless gold." Mara studied the glowing symbols. The chamber is giving us instructions, but it also trusts us to make choices. We can't just take what we want. We have to use this knowledge responsibly. That is part of the test. Finn nodded. "We have proven ourselves worthy. Now we need to prove that humanity as a whole is worthy. The chamber has given us the power to help others, not just ourselves. That is the real reward." They spent hours exploring the heart of the chamber, learning from the core and understanding its lessons. Every pulse of light seemed to teach them something new about science, cooperation, creativity, and courage. Liam felt a sense of pride in what they had accomplished, but also humility. The chamber had shown them that true strength was not gold or power, but the ability to make the right choices and inspire others. As they prepared to leave the hall, Liam turned to Mara and Finn. "We cannot keep this knowledge for ourselves. We have to take it back and share it with the world. That is the responsibility the chamber has given us." Mara smiled, adjusting her tools. "We are ready. We know the lessons, and we can guide others. Together, we can help humanity achieve things it never imagined." Finn took one last look at the golden core, feeling its warmth. "The chamber will always be here, waiting for those who are ready. But we are the ones who will carry its light to the world. That is what makes us worthy of the endless gold." With careful steps, the team left the heart of the chamber. The golden light followed them, fading slowly as they moved back toward the exit. Liam felt a surge of hope and determination. They had discovered the true treasure: knowledge, courage, and unity. The chamber of endless gold had shown them the power of the human spirit, and now it was their duty to share it. Together, they stepped out of the hall, ready to bring the lessons of the chamber to humanity, knowing that the real adventure was just beginning. Liam, Mara, and Finn emerged from the cavern into the sunlight of Viridia. The ruins of the old city stretched around them, but the experience inside the chamber had changed them. They moved with confidence, carrying not gold, but something far more valuable: knowledge, courage, and the understanding of what it meant to work together. "We made it," Liam said, looking at his friends. "The chamber tested us, but it also gave us a gift. Not gold, not treasure, but wisdom that can help everyone." Mara smiled, adjusting her pack. "We have seen what humans can do when we use courage, intelligence, and teamwork. That is the true treasure. The chamber has shown us the way." Finn nodded, his eyes scanning the horizon. "The lessons we learned must reach others. This knowledge can change our world. It can inspire progress, help communities, and create new opportunities for everyone." The trio began their journey back to civilization. They traveled carefully through the forests and rocky paths, sharing what they had learned among themselves to ensure they remembered every lesson. Every challenge along the way reminded them of the trials they had faced in the chamber. Their teamwork remained strong, and their courage steady. When they finally reached a nearby settlement, people gathered around, curious about their long journey. Liam stepped forward, holding the map and speaking to the crowd. "We have discovered the Chamber of Endless Gold," he said. It is not a place of wealth to take for ourselves. It is a place of wisdom, showing us how courage, honesty, and teamwork can achieve amazing things. Mara added, "The gold is a symbol, but the true treasure is human spirit." The chamber teaches us that when we work together, we can solve the greatest challenges and create a brighter future for everyone. Finn showed devices and symbols they had learned in the chamber. "We have tools, knowledge, and ideas that can help our communities thrive," he said. "But it is not about taking more than we need. It is about using what we have wisely and sharing it with others." The people listened, inspired by the words and the proof of the adventurer's journey. Slowly, communities began to apply the lessons. Engineers and builders used teamwork to repair broken structures. Farmers shared techniques that improved crops for everyone. Teachers spread knowledge to help children learn faster. Liam, Mara, and Finn watched as progress began to grow from the cooperation and courage that had guided them in the chamber. One evening, as the sun set over the settlements, Liam stood with Mara and Finn on a hill overlooking the growing towns. "Look at this," he said, pointing to the lights of new buildings and workshops. "We have taken the lessons from the chamber and put them into action. People are learning to trust each other, to work together, and to use their skills for the good of all." Mara smiled, feeling proud. "The chamber gave us knowledge, but it is humanity that makes it real. Our courage, intelligence, and teamwork can turn any challenge into an opportunity. That is the legacy of the Chamber of Endless Gold," Finn added quietly, "and it will continue. Others will find the chamber in time, and those who are worthy will carry its lessons further. The chamber does not belong to one person. It belongs to everyone who is willing to act with courage and wisdom." Liam nodded, feeling hope fill his heart. The chamber has proven something important. Humans are capable of greatness. We can face challenges, solve problems, and create a better world. Gold alone cannot do that. It is our spirit, our intelligence, and our unity that make us powerful. The three friends spent months helping communities implement the lessons from the chamber. They taught people to solve problems creatively, to cooperate even when differences arose, and to face challenges bravely. The settlements flourished. Children grew up learning the values of courage, honesty, and teamwork. Technology advanced, but always guided by wisdom and care. News of their journey and the chamber spread far across Viridia. People were inspired, not by the gold itself, but by the example of humans using their skills, hearts, and minds to create something extraordinary. The Chamber of Endless Gold became a symbol of hope and human potential, proving that the greatest treasure is not what we take, but what we give. Years later, Liam, Mara, and Finn stood once again near the ruins of the old city. The Golden Cavern had faded behind them, but its lessons remained alive in every person they had helped. "We did what the chamber wanted," Liam said. "We shared its wisdom, and now it lives in the people." Mara smiled. "It will continue. Humanity has proven that it can rise to challenges, face fears, and achieve greatness together." Finn looked at the horizon, calm and thoughtful. "The chamber's gold is endless, not because it never runs out, but because human courage, intelligence, and teamwork can create endless possibilities. That is the real power." As the sun rose over Viridia, the three friends watched settlements grow and flourish. The Chamber of Endless Gold had given them a gift beyond imagination, and they had shared it with the world. Humanity had proven itself worthy, and a new dawn had begun, a dawn of courage, wisdom, unity, and endless possibilities.